It's like a bunch of options in the back of my head, like when I start writing, and all of them are like, pick me, pick me, pick me, like little minions or something. I just started a beat, and I did the drums and the bass, dun 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 dun, and I was doing it around. Daoud, who's one of the producers that worked on the album when we came into the room, and he threw some chords over it, and I'm like, damn, this is like it's like a real song now. I got angels running away. I got demons hunting me. I know Pop with 25. I know Jesus 33. Tupac's passing at 25, like when I was a kid and had heard about it, it wasn't like a big deal to me because 25, when you're 5 or 6, it seems like it's so old. I remember when I turned 23, it was like, holy, 25 is like next year, basically. I tell death to keep a distance. I think he obsessed with me. I say, God, that's a woman. I know she would die for me. They want a barcode on my wrist to auction off the kids that don't fit their description of a utopia black. Like a problem won't exist if I just don't exist. That line kind of really represented for me, like, black, like, by being black, you are an abomination to someone else's utopia. If I grew up without a single pot to piss, and pardon me for venting, Congress got the nerve to call themselves religious, rich just getting richer, we just trying to live our life. My mom mixed the vodka with the Sprite and killed my cousin with the pocket knife. On my uncle on the phone, he was gone for more than half my life. He got out a year and then he died. I was on the road, talking to my father on the phone. Left the city when I was just 4, none of them would get along. Mama begging him for winter coats. I was chilling with my nigga Spook, now they trying to take his life. That whole part of the song, I like all things that impacted my life in like very heavy ways. Mom and me are really close, but just watching her struggle, was a thing that then made me struggle, Me and my cousin were super close, so when he got killed, again, I struggled. My uncle was super close with me, and then my dad just not being in the same place that I was is another thing that I struggle with. So I think like those are like the I guess obstacles in a sense that I had to kind of overcome. Life don't mean shit to a that ain't never had shit, yeah. A concept that I had been kind of thinking about since my cousin had passed was just life in general and life not meaning shit. And I thought about like how somebody could like not value a life to just take someone's life. What could have drove this man to do what he did? That was the only answer that I can think of. Never had shit. Light don't mean lit, in the dark fight don't mean fist. Oh, ice don't see, ice don't see, ice don't freeze, light don't leave. I don't mean light to me. Ice don't freeze. In a state of depression, which the song definitely came from, normal shit don't seem like normal shit. Tell me you'll be okay, tell me happier days. Tell me that she might be, that I won't be alone. Losing somebody, it could just make you feel alone. And I think that's one thing that, I lost somebody, but I always had my girl by my side, and there's always a fear, like, what if she wasn't, Tell them I'll be okay when they ask how's my day. Tell them that we the same, tell them that we not safe. I got my granddaddy's soul. I'm at war, that's on my mind. I seen Walter body cold. Wish I could switch it with mine. Me and my granddad had an interesting relationship, man. It was so interesting because he was the reason that I did music in the first place. Once I started pursuing music, he kind of wanted to take a step back and wanted me to go to school and like do all of this other shit. So we dropped communication. It was just weird to me because I'm like, I thought you would be happy with this, and you damn near don't want anything to do with me now. He also he passed a month or two after Walt passed. Granddad went to war. Granddad had to do a lot of different shit than I had to do. But my war was with myself.
I'm not worried about no rap shit, distractions or waste of times. I still go to social functions even though I'm so anti. No, I'm no Rihanna, the court gonna throw it like Donovan down a bit.
There's not much there. No, I'm no Rihanna. You can't just be Rihanna. You don't just wake up Rihanna.
I just been modeling my whole career as if Pac was in studio monitor shaking.
I think Pac from my generation is such a cultural figure. We don't have the memories of like all of our friends playing the new Tupac album. Tupac was dead when we were born.
I raised the apartments, I'm bonded with profit. I made what I made and a lot to amount of time, the same amount of time you was watching. So stop comparing me to people, no, I am not them. A lot of people dream until they shit get shot.
Once your dream is shot down, is it just no longer your dream anymore? Or are you like, oh, that I'm about to still do this shit? I know so many people who gave up, and then there's the quite literal, a lot of people dream until they are shot down. Like, I know so many people who was the hope for their peers, the hope for their family, and literally were just murdered, you know? That breaks so many people. You know, it breaks their dreams, it breaks their hearts, it breaks a lot of what they wanted to do.